All right, I'm here yet again. Hello, Dead. So I just found some more things on Dr. Disrespect. There's a video that I just came across this morning by Jamari, and I thought we could go over that. I am going to look for it. Okay. All right. The Dr. Disrespect situation gets much worse.
So yesterday we talked about a situation involving Dr. Disrespect and his admission to inappropriate behavior online.
Yeah.
Back in 2017, the Twitch god himself not only cheated on his wife and family for that matter.
As you guys know, I have a beautiful family and a wife and kid, and I want to be transparent
Yes, we know.
that I've been unfaithful.
But he was also setting up someone else who was not of age. This resulted in his banning from Twitch. No one knew exactly why he got banned at first, including himself. And for 4 years now, it was a secret that was essentially locked behind a vault. But now NDAs are expiring, and you have whistleblowers who used to work at Twitch, as well as high-ranking people in his now former gaming studio he co-founded, saying there were bad enough things going on in the background.
Okay, somebody named Robert Bowling says, this is a statement from me personally. It does not reflect any of my companies and has not gone through any legal or PR approvals. If you inappropriately message a minor, I cannot work with you, period. I promise to only act on facts, and I did.
Terminate this man. So now many of his former friends and colleagues have spoken out against the popular streamer.
Obviously, I have a relationship with Doc. Played golf a lot the last year.
Hey, Russ and Dead. Hello, Kala. Hello, Tank Girl. Everybody, please like the stream.
Come on, man. I mean, it's pretty much common sense how I feel about that. I've got a daughter now. I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to understand that I don't support talking to mothers.
People think that we're like best friends, like we're hanging out. I don't even know the guy outside of a wig. We took one picture together, and newsflash, he was in a wig.
You know, it's clear that he really did live up to his name, disrespecting everyone from his family to his community.
Yeah, yep.
And even himself. Well, now the situation has taken yet another crazy turn, as someone else has come forward with their story regarding Doc from that very same 2017 era.
Oh yeah, who is it?
So this tweet was actually posted as the reply on an already viral tweet about the initial allegation regarding the underage person, where this individual comes forward to say, during that time in 2017 when he was cheating on his wife with not only me, a trans worker, but also another woman, and texting a minor. He was exploiting me by making me give him...
Okay, wait a minute. It says, during that time in 2017 where he was cheating on his wife with not only me, a trans sex worker, but also another woman, and texting a minor. He was exploiting me by making me give him cam shows with the promise of partnership. After the cam shows, he went ahead and blocked me.
With the promise of partnership. We can assume they're talking about a Twitch partnership there. After the shows, he went ahead and blocked me. And so the person's evidence here is going to come down to two message logs. One that allegedly went down in the Twitter DMs, and the other...
What the heck? The video crashed. What the hell? I gotta look for it again. All right.
This resulted in his banning from Twitter.
I already listened to this.
Even himself. Well, now this... He was exploiting me by making me get... One that allegedly went down in the Twitter DMs, and the other one appears to be on Skype. And so the person's evidence here is going to come down to...
Okay, this is where I was.
Two message logs. One that allegedly went down in the Twitter DMs, and the other one appears to be on Skype, where I suppose these alleged shows were going on. I do want to be completely transparent in saying these messages could be like digitally doctored, but the person would have to have some serious skills in computer graphics. Now, I guess this is just their way of showing that these DMs did come from the legitimate Dr. Disrespect Twitter page. As you guys can see at this time, the doc actually had this person blocked.
Yup.
But for those of you that aren't aware, when you block someone on Twitter, that doesn't mean the DMs just disappear, and that other...
Yeah, no, that doesn't mean the DMs go away. The DMs will still be there, but what it will do is it will say, you can no longer send direct messages to this person if they do block you.
Person will still have access to them until they decide to delete them on their end. I also want to be clear in saying this person likely deleted some of their...
Okay, oh, there's DMs here. Dr. Disrespect, June 10th, 2017, Dr. Disrespect says, oh, stop it. Somebody, I don't know who this is that was messaging him, but apparently this is messages between him and somebody. And this person says, hi, doctor, how are you? Photo shoot tomorrow for... Try to zoom in. Oh, photo shoot tomorrow, too nervous. And Dr. Disrespect says, well, good luck. And then I'm assuming that this is probably like the woman that he cheated on his wife with, or either the woman he cheated on his wife with or the underage girl. I'm gonna try ready to get some sexy cosplay images, then after I can punish you. The hell?
Replies to him on this message thread, but it doesn't really change the overall meaning of these messages. So it starts where he says, oh, stop it. We have to assume that this person said something to provoke that response. And they say, hi, doctor, how are you? Photo shoot tomorrow, too nervous. To which he says, well, good luck. I'm going to try to get some sexy cosplay images. Then after I can punish you. Oh, yeah? How so? Don't know, have to get...
Oh, I thought that was the end of the messages. Don't know, have to get a good strategy. We shall see.
The good strategy, we shall see. To which Doc replies, ha. And then 2 hours later, okay, I guess he was feeling himself in more way than one, because he...
Of course.
Says, I'm still waiting. Yeah, I'll think of one soon.
Yeah, it's, I think that it's clear to see that this is a decoy. This is a decoy to get him to admit to coercing with a young girl. That's what I think this is. I'm honestly coming to that conclusion with this. Yeah, I'll think of one soon. Overwhelmed, packing for tomorrow, not sure. A smooth black leather or latex, don't know.
Overwhelmed, packing for tomorrow, not sure. A smooth black leather or latex, don't know. And he says, nice. Feel like releasing one right now. I can imagine you guys know what he's talking about. I have to assume that this person had sent Doc some sort of picture here. Yummy. And he says, should I let...
What the fuck?
Or hold on. And I'm gonna let you guys use your imagination there. Actually, I guess you won't have to, because they say, let it go. Spray it out. And I guess the doc did, because it was a whole 10 days later.
Wait. 180. What do you mean, let it go, spray it out? What's he... Oh, he must have been jacking off to these DMs.
To reply, allegedly, where he says, I need something. What do you need, Doc? I'm sure you have all these e-girls ready to serve you. LOL? No. Lies?
No.
No way. You gonna watch my explosive intro?
You gonna watch my explosive intro? What?
Like, at this point, no pun intended, you almost have to respect how much this guy really sticks to his bit. Because even in these alleged nasty DMs he was sending, he's still speaking like he would speak on the stream. The goddess must be worshipped from head to toe.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this scenario is honestly making me feel like whoever this is that is messaging him, decoy or not, is one of those OnlyFans girls that has, you know, like they have pay pigs and she's treating Dr. Disrespect like her pay pig. Because they tend to say, oh yeah, you have to worship me before I'll give you anything. The goddess must be worshipped from head to toe before you can explode. I want the rewards.
Before you can explode, I want the rewards. Couple days later, he sends her a little 2:55 a.m. message. They say, hi, hun, how are you? Daddy, you need to shout me out and spoil me, thank you. Yeah, that was never gonna happen. A month later, just to add you on Snap. And then he also appears there to share his username.
He says, added you on Snap. Added whoever this is on Snapchat. You adding some random person to your Snapchat? That's not sus at all. That's not sus at all. See, I don't even use Snapchat no more. I don't even use Snapchat no more. I used to have a Snapchat. I don't use it no more. And it's not just because of stupid shit like this, but it's also because I rarely ever used it to begin with. I only had it to follow like a few people. That's it. Hello, Freddy. Cha-cha, Freddy. Yes, morning, Tank Girl. Morning, Kala. Morning, Dead.
And I guess this is where connection was cut, which was also probably right around the time his wife found out he was cheating with someone else. Where they say, miss you, Doc. Thanks for unfollowing, stranger. And then later they say, are you going to PAX East? To which I guess the Doc at this point was like, I got way too lost in the sauce. And he decided to block this person. This is where what appears to be Skype DMs also come in. As you guys can see, these are also dated back.
Hang on. Snapchat is stupid, IMO. Yes, it is, Tank Girl. I mean, not only is it stupid, it's also just boring. It's a boring app.
In the 2017 era, and these get even crazier. So he says, I had to watch one more time.
Waiting for doctor to accept invitation. Doctor says, had to watch this one more time. And then the person that is messaging him says, I tried to snap you. Did you delete your account? No, you got blocked. That's what happened.
We can assume they had some sort of little video session. I tried to snap you. Did you delete your account? Yes. Okay, feels bad.
Oh, never mind. I guess he did delete it then. Doctor says, yes. Oh, okay, feels bad. Doctor says, sorry. I will try to vid chat you soon. I'm heading to the gym. Gotta get fit. But don't be a stranger. Message me sometime. You gotta get some photos sent your way. Freddie McDonald. Freddie says he needs to just take his lumps. If there was one, there will be others. Hello, Edna.
Ed, sorry.
And since I've done this for Witty Widow and for Hillbilly Belinda, why not do it for Edna too? Edna!
Try to video chat you soon. I'm heading to the gym. Gotta get fit. But don't be a stranger. Message me sometime. You gotta get some photos sent your way. To which he allegedly replies, I mean, I'm gripping now. Boom.
Gripping now? Gripping what? Gripping what? What are you gripping? What are you gripping? He's jacking off again.
I mean, if this is all true, this guy has some serious issues.
Oh, no. No shit. No shit. No shit. And me and Pistachio talked about this. You know, Pistachio said that she was very disappointed in him. Very disappointed. Very disgusted and disappointed in this man.
Firm grips while I worked out. Yum. And I guess this is where the Twitch partnership talk.
Wait, let me zoom in. Hold on. Okay, it's blurry. I can't read it. Heck with it.
Comes into play. Hey, love, do you know anyone you're close?
Okay, now I can read it. Tuesday, May 9th, 2017. Nice firm grips while I worked out. Yum. Hey, love, do you know anyone you're close with that could see if they can get me Twitch partnership?
But they could see if they could get me a Twitch partnership. He replies later that day.
DrDisrespect says, I tried. They are pretty locked down right now, focusing on popular games and impact streamers on those games, unfortunately.
And I tried. They are pretty locked down right now, focusing on popular games and impact of streamers on those games, unfortunately. I kind of stopped playing games and been doing IRL.
Tuesday, May 23rd, 2017. Hope all is well. Have fun at work. I'm stuck with a cold. Fuck me. I kind of stopped playing games and been doing IRL. Giving it 1 month gets me. If not, then I will go back to games. Lol, just Alex for partnership so hard. Lol. You're welcome, Edna.
I guess they say they're trying to see where 1 month doing that gets them. And they also mention here that getting a Twitch partnership is very difficult. And the funniest part here is after all that, his response is, any new peekaboos?
Mm-hmm.
And then to add more fuel to this fire, because the internet...
Yeah, to add more insult to injury. To add more insult to injury.
Is forever. This person also had tweeted out back in 2017, you know, around that same sick era. Met this handsome legend.
Met the handsome legend at DrDisrespect at #TwitchCon.
At DrDisrespect at TwitchCon. I mean, I don't know what was going on with that year, but the doctor was apparently just wilding on a whole nother level. And of course, now that this
Hello, Amy May. Amy May, I need to check and see if there's any updates about Mama Max. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been also paying attention to what's going on with him. He's a whole different ball game.
Has come forward. You have a lot of people saying, well, why didn't they speak up before? Oh, they must just be looking for attention. And I mostly do agree with that. This person is likely trying to capitalize on this situation to get some people to migrate over to their Twitch stream or their little dirty side or whatever they might be doing. But two things can be true at once. And to me, it really just shows that this rabbit hole is getting a little bit deeper. And I almost don't know what's going to jump out next. I mean, this
rabbit hole still deep. I can go further, I promise. Ain't that something? B-Rad stands for bitch and you're Malibu most wanted. Mama Max was so disappointing.
Guy was so reckless and so out of control that he went on his personal Twitter page, he went on his personal Twitch and was chatting people through those platforms. That's how stupid he was.
Oh yeah.
Like, you would think if you're gonna move like a degenerate.
DrDisrespect, the most ruthless athletic competitor in video game history. What's happening? Amy May, to be honest, I didn't like him ever. He always gave me the creeps.
You would at least have a better game plan than that and try to cover some of your bases. I don't know. I just think the whole situation is crazy. I'm pretty sure at this time he was already like 35 years old. And it's just like, dude, you have this beautiful wife, you have this beautiful family, and you're allegedly doing all this dirt in the background. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I cannot compute how someone with so much to lose could make these mistakes over and over again. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you feel like there's more to come? Do you think
there is.
Successful as a streamer? I mean, this might be one of those situations.
Yeah, no, he's not. Like this is not going to slow his career down at all. It's not going to slow his career down at all. Oh, here's another one. The end of DrDisrespect.
Date now on Bumble.
I could care less about Bumble.
So there was a streamer out there who goes by the name DrDisrespect. He first began his career online almost 15 years ago, making Call of Duty commentary and other gaming videos.
Look at this guy running down the middle of the street.
Yeah, let's see. When did he start? I gotta see that. I gotta see when he started. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he's been around since 2010. So he's been around for quite a while.
He's smart. He's not smart. In fact, his brother isn't smart either.
From the start, people really loved both him and this persona that he put on. This was still a very primitive time for the platform as a whole.
Yup. Muda-eyed, the one that disappointed me. Oh.
But Doc was one of those early YouTubers who really saw the bigger picture and the massive gains which could come from thinking more like a businessman and less like a run-of-the-mill creator. He was clearly building a brand with a strong direction and a loyal fan base.
You're watching one of the most perfect
And that's also what I've been doing, building a brand for myself as well with a loyal fan base.
Right? Perfectly designed. Look at the hand-to-hand ratio. It's absolutely flawless. My biceps, the exact same size as my calves. This is Doc, you're the most stand-up dude on Twitch and so damn entertaining. Can we coin your signature dance move as the Slick Daddy Slide? Ooh. Yes.
And
The Slick Daddy Slide.
over the next half-decade, he would grind out YouTube. And he even got some opportunities to work directly in the development of a couple of AAA titles at the time. But it was not until 2015 when he would start streaming on Justin TV, now known as Twitch. And
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my cousin, when she was a YouTuber, before she quit YouTube, she did a few streams on there. I think, if I remember right.
quickly began to dominate the site.
Fucking game! This game is a joke! It's a shotgun blast right here!
By 2018, Doc was breaking records and signing massive deals with some major brands. It was beyond clear that streaming and this persona that he had created was like a match made in heaven. And this all resulted in him becoming one of the most popular people on Twitch, period. So everything was going great for Doc. Yes, he had a few bumps in the road, like when he cheated on his wife and then cried on stream about it.
As you
What creator has not had a few bumps in the road? I mean, let's be real here. What creator has not had a few bumps in the road? All of us have. All of us have. Every single content creator has had 1, 2, 3, at least one bump in the road.
guys know I have a beautiful family and a wife and kid. I want to be
Yes. But you decided at the end of the day that all of that did not mean shit to you because of what you went ahead and did. So none of that matters no more.
transparent that I've been unfaithful.
Yeah, okay. And what
I'm
else?
probably going to be taking some time away.
And of course, there was also the time he got a temporary ban on Twitch for streaming in the restroom at E3. But overall, he was still in completely over his head with success and an abundance of opportunity. But then on June 26th of 2020, exactly 4 years ago to this day, things would change drastically as seemingly out of nowhere, Doc would get banned. Twitch's official statement on the ban would read, "As is our process, we take appropriate action when we have evidence that a streamer has acted in violation of our community guidelines or terms of service."
Yeah. Okay, this is from a lady named Shannon Liao, I think that's how you say it, and she says, Twitch's statement on DrDisrespect ban. As is our process, we take appropriate action when we have evidence that a streamer has acted in violation of our community guidelines or terms of service. These apply to all streamers regardless of status or prominence in the community.
These apply to all streamers regardless of status or prominence in the community.
Yeah, you misbehave, you're gonna get your ass handed to you. I found that out.
Discord also removing him from their partner program. Now, immediately, Doc would claim that he had no idea why.
Okay, DrDisrespect says, this says, DrDisrespect maintains he still doesn't know why Twitch effectively voided his contract just a few months into a 2-year exclusivity arrangement first reported by The Verge. Honestly, we just don't know, DrDisrespect told the Post. It was a total shock. Imagine showing up to work and the doors are closed and you can't get inside. You're going, what's going on? And you've been told you've been fired, but you haven't been told the reason why. We just weren't given an answer. It was the worst feeling.
He was banned from Twitch, also stating that his contracts were still in good standing. From here, he would begin to stream on YouTube, and in August of 2021, he would announce that he knew the reason for his banning and would be suing Twitch.
People ask me, do you know the reason? Yeah, I do know the reason why now. I've known for months now the reason why. And I'll just say this right now, champs. There's a reason why we're suing the f*** out of them, okay?
By March of the next year, it would be revealed that they had resolved this legal.
Dr. Disrespect says, moving on. I have resolved my legal dispute with Twitch. No party admits to any wrongdoing. Signed, Dr. Disrespect.
Dispute, and that he would not be returning to the platform. So the speculation and growing anger towards Twitch's decision really only grew in the eyes of the general public. But here is where things get really interesting, because for the past 4 years since his banning, Doc has retained the position that it was unjust and that it really affected his career and potential to make money in a massive way.
I make probably a quarter of what I was making on Twitch. You think a big time company like Nike is going to want to work with that big question mark? It sucks.
Lots of cash here. But now the truth is seemingly coming to light piece by piece. And it all started when a former Twitch employee named Cody Connors tweeted out he got banned because he got...
Yeah, I saw that. Cody Connors says he got banned because he got caught talking to a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text.
Casting a minor in the existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that could be read in plain text. Of course, this all sparked a massive storm online, and his buddies rushed to defend him.
These are some crazy accusations. Crazy. Until we know them as fact, until they've been proven with evidence. What are we talking about? What's anybody talking about?
You even had one of the Tate brothers speak up, saying that he knows what it's like to be a tall, successful man who women...
Oh, yeah, Tristan Tate. Oh, jeez. So, at Dr. Disrespect is based as blank. He is a tall, jacked, handsome bastard that no doubt has women throwing themselves at him. I know how it is. Some of his opinions upset people and his voice is loud. He's a sexual predator now? Sorry, I just don't fucking believe you.
Throwing themselves at, and he...
Hello, Dead.
Just knows that Doc is innocent. And then you even had Doc himself tweeting out, listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All of this had been probed and settled. Nothing illegal. No wrongdoing was found. And I was paid. Elden Ring Monday. So obviously a lot of people found this statement to be sketchy to say the least, while others speculated that he couldn't outright say he wasn't talking to or interested in meeting up with a minor due to legal bindings. The next time he would boot up his stream, he would claim that he was not interested in speaking on these allegations at all.
For those that are looking for me to expand on this weekend, not gonna. I already said what I needed to say. I don't give a fuck about this guy.
Oh.
That's it.
And for the rest of this stream, he would seem pretty distraught and even speak about taking some time away from...
Cherry Bomb 70, hello. I see there's 8 people here. Please leave a thumbs up.
The internet in general.
It's wanting to just kind of move away from the limelight. Ultimately, that's what it's about. It's time to drive into the sunset, says Swervin. Ooh, man, I like your style. It might be time to drive in the sunset, champs.
Now this is where the real hammers kind of start to drop. As his own gaming studio, Midnight Society, which he co-founded, would announce that they would be terminating their relationship with him, citing...
Okay, Midnight Society. On Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Beam, aka Dr. Disrespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved, and in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Beam immediately. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed along with our community of players.
They assumed his innocence, but after speaking with the parties involved, had no choice but to make this damning decision. People speculated that he actually got word of this while on stream and noticed that it changed his entire demeanor.
Oh yeah, he got pissed.
So obviously this more or less confirmed that they peeked behind the curtain and didn't like what they saw to a point where they felt like action needed to be taken. Of course, people started making jokes saying, "Hey Doc, I heard you like I'm young," and posted videos of his quote-unquote new setup.
Yeah. They made things of him in jail.
They also brought up this clip from 2 months ago.
I remember someone saying DrDisrespect got banned from Twitch because he was messaging girls on Twitch.
Whoa!
Wait, what?
That's not it.
We're about to learn all about the.
That ain't it. That ain't it at all. Hello, misinformation. Twitch protected him for 4 years. That statement was BS. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
TMCA process now. That's what I'm saying. What I heard it.
Why does he say that? If I'm the Duck, I'm suing you right now.
I would actually sue you.
Now this would all more or less force Doc's hand, so he would once again tweet out that he wants to cut the fucking bullshit, claiming that he's always been upfront and real. He would then apologize to his community and confirm that he would be stepping down from his position in the gaming studio company. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual back in 2017?
Okay, yeah. I think I read this already. I'll read it again, I don't care. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared, no crimes were committed, I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me.
The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy operation regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. From a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained those conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened.
Misinformation. I can't believe there are times he's self-reported every step. It's crazy. Oh, yes. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid.
I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll own my fucking shit. This was stupid. Still, Doc would retain that he is not a predator, that he doesn't care about his quote-unquote haters, and lastly made it clear that he had no intentions to go anywhere. So basically, DrDisrespect confirms here that he was indeed having inappropriate conversations with someone who was not of age. I find it hilarious that his only real defense of himself is that he never had any intentions behind these personal conversations he was engaged in. It's kind of like saying, oh, I didn't plan to rob the bank. I just got the ski mask, the gun, the rope, and of course the blueprints of the building as well as the security guard schedule. And
okay, wait.
I just got the ski mask, the gun, the rope, and of course...
I wanted to read the blueprint. Okay, file room, cubicles room, teller room, side security room, bad side office.
Of course, the blueprints of the building as well as the security guard schedule. And let's be clear that these chat logs have not and likely will never be released to the public, but it's pretty obvious there was something damning in there. One of the heads of his now former studio tweeted out, "This is a statement from me personally. It does not reflect any of my companies and has not gone through any legal or PR approvals. If you inappropriately message a minor, I cannot work with you. Period. I promised to only act on facts, and I did."
Yeah.
Some of his good friends would even come forward with their reactions to this new information.
I read through Doc's tweet, and in that very tweet, he basically confirms that You know, he was texting an underage girl. Weird sometimes, you know. Look, it's no excuse or something like that.
I have known Doc for a while now. We've played games for years. If he knew that was a minor, and those were the messages being sent, I cannot support that.
No matter what it looks like publicly, it usually means someone did something, right?
Yeah.
There was some enough truth. Like you settle to cover things up. You settle to not let things get out there.
Yeah.
Don't context minors or do any of that shit.
And even the 49ers have released this.
Yep. Always make sure everybody is of legal age, please. Okay, Dexerto. We take these developments seriously and will not be working with him going forward. The San Francisco 49ers revealed they stopped working with DrDisrespect. The 49ers were working with him too? I never knew anything about that. I didn't know he was involved with football. I thought he was just like a regular like gaming streamer. How did he get involved with the NFL?
Statement saying that they're done with the doctor. Personally, I cannot comprehend how people make these types of mistakes over and over again.
I'm thinking maybe they probably gave him a sponsorship or something.
Like, it's so easy to not only not speak to a minor, but to not speak to anyone when you are in this type of position. Like, why even begin to engage in conversation with this person? It just goes to show me how little self-control he had at the time he was 37 years old with a wife and kid. Like, if you ask me, I think the only real explanation would be that his personified ego had actually become a part of his real character. Dressing up like that every day for a decade plus, playing a caricature of yourself, has to damage something about an individual psychologically. And the funniest part to me is that he wrote the unjust...
Oh yeah, misinformation. It did surprise me as well. It surprised me. I think it surprised everybody. Because honest to God, I had no idea that he was involved with the NFL. I had no clue. No clue at all.
Cancellation wave for such a long time, made millions of dollars doing so, only for this all to come to light.
But the Twitch ban is really how it's really affected us, not just from a financial standpoint, but from a networking standpoint, from all the relationships we've built over the past 5 years in terms of Activision and EA. I mean, everyone, all the big sponsors, all the big partnerships, they have to question, why did you get banned?
Like, the fact that he was being the victim, to me, is just an absolute...
Yeah, I mean, if they're working with you, of course they're going to question why you got banned from a certain platform. Because that's going to affect a work ethic.
But I want to know what you guys think about this situation down below. I know you still have a lot of people defending this man for some reason, even when he literally admitted to his wrongdoing. But either way, I do want to thank you.
Because a lot of people don't give a fuck. You know? There are people that just don't care about shit like this and will just keep, sweep shit like this under the rug and continue to support who they want.
Guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman and some other streamer drama out here needs to be covered, so I'm out. Peace.
All right. Is there anything else? Here's something now from Moist Critical. Moist Critical watches the presidential debate. This is from Moist Charlie Clips.
Joe Biden.
Hang on. Misinformation. Kaya supporters. Oh, yeah, that's also the case with Kaya Simons.
Actually not being able to put together a sentence.
Wait.
How come he's not watching the debate? I never watch the debates. This is the only one that I've been somewhat interested in watching just because of how outrageous it seems. And from all the clips I'm seeing, it's even more so than I expected with Joe Biden actually not being able to put together a sentence. I just clicked on the first article that came up when it said,
and everybody's going to continue calling him Sleepy Joe.
Debate, and I'm getting like a transcription. My son was not a loser. He's not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser. Joe Biden. Every clip I've seen here so far has been like the same energy as my favorite Joe Biden clip where he's like, America can be summed up in a single word. Foothills and the Malaysians.
Uh-huh.
That seems to be like the whole debate right now. The debate's live streamed on CNN's YouTube channel. Is it? I looked through 3 different
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I went over it last night.
articles. Not a single one of them said that.
And not just CNN, also CBS News.
1.5 million
Hello, Yeshula's return.
watching. Damn, this YouTube channel's popping.
Oh, yes.
$70,000. $15,000 toward the tuition. He just doesn't know what he's talking about.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump.
So I've dealt with politicians all my life. I've been on this side of the equation for the last 8 years.
Am I allowed to watch this while on YouTube? I don't know how that works actually with CNN.
Yeah, but you have to be careful because you could get a copyright claim.
And on Twitch, I know it's fine, but I don't know if YouTube allows it. I'll let this ride a little bit longer
Yes, YouTube allows it, but you're going to get a copyright claim.
to see if I get a DMCA notice.
That general got fired.
I don't think it's going to be that. It probably is just going to be a copyright claim because that's how it's been with me. Whenever I've gone over, like, well, I checked in my stream that I did last night, didn't get a, I don't think it did. I don't think it got a copyright thing. Let me look. I gotta look. No, it did not, actually. Wait, I gotta check my studio. I gotta go into my studio and see. Let me see. Okay, yeah, no, there's no restrictions. Alright.
Because he's the one who's acknowledged that that's what he said. He was the one standing with Trump when he said it. Number one. Number two, the idea that we're going to be in a situation where all these millions and millions, the way he talks about it, illegal aliens are coming into the country and taking away our jobs. There's a reason why we have the fastest growing economy in the world. The reason why we have the most successful economy in the world. We're doing better than any other nation in the world. And by the way, those 15 Nobel laureates you talked about being phony, those 15 Nobel laureates, economists, they all said that if Trump is reelected, we're likely to have a recession and inflation is going to increasingly go up. And by the way, worst president in history, 159 presidential scholars voted him the worst president in the history of the United States of America.
President Biden, thank you so much. Let's turn to the cost of child care, which many American families struggle to afford.
No one here
President
looks
Trump, both
human.
You and President Biden.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The way that they look, it just looks so not human. I watched it wasn't a VFX team. It was a practical effects team going over like some of the masks they use for their animatronics, and it actually just looks like both of their skin.
Mm-hmm.
Like it actually looks like their faces. They legitimately don't look real.
Mm-hmm. No,
They're
they do
so
not.
Old.
Yeah.
You said virtue. Yeah, I'll turn it up. It's just, I imagine it's just from Biden because he's kind of like ASMRing it, at least from all the clips I've seen.
He never fired people.
Yeah.
I've never seen him fire anybody. I did fire a lot. I fired Comey because he was no good. I fired a lot of the top people at the FBI, drained the swamp. They were no good. Not easy to fire people. You pay a price for it.
I hope everything goes well, imagine.
I didn't put Comey there. He was no good. I fired him. This guy hasn't fired anybody. He never fires. He should have fired every military man that was involved with that the Afghanistan horror show, the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. He didn't fire. Did you fire anybody? Did you fire anybody that's on the border?
What does that have to do with the question of what would he do to make child care more affordable?
Allowing 18 million
Did I miss something?
many from prisons, many from mental institutions. Did you fire anybody that allowed our country to be destroyed? Our country is being destroyed as you and I sit up here and waste a lot of time on this debate. This should be a debate. He's the worst president.
Our country is being destroyed as you and I sit up here and waste a lot of time on this debate. It's screwed whether you're wasting time or not. Misinformation. They say government tech is way ahead. They could be AI. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You just said about me because I said it. But look, he's the worst president in the history of our country. He's destroyed our country. Now all of a sudden he's trying to get a little tough on the border. He came out with a nothing deal, and it reduced it a little bit, like this much. It's insignificant. He wants open borders. He wants our country to either be destroyed or he wants to pick up those people as voters. And I don't think.
And so that's what you'll do for childcare? Is this actually the question?
Yeah, exactly. That's what you're going to do for childcare. This has nothing to do with what is being asked.
Country doesn't have a chance, not even a chance, of coming out of this rut. We probably won't have a country left anymore. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, President Trump. President
Biden. Boston Dynamics, Joe and Donald.
We're the most admired country in the world. The United States of America. There's
damn right.
Yeah, we are.
Our fucking cheeseburgers and titties, baby.
Oh man.
Talking about worst presidents. I wasn't joking. Look it up. Go online.
Thanks, Zeki.
159 or 58, don't hold me the exact number. Presidential historians. They've had meetings and they voted. Who's the worst president in American history? One through best to worst. They said he was the worst in all of American history.
Yep, correct. Yeah, they did.
That's a fact. That's not conjecture. He can argue they're wrong, but that's what they voted. The idea that he is doing anything to deal with.
It's just the RNG, the form at the top for the giveaway.
Yeah.
We should significantly increase the child care tax credit. We should significantly increase the availability of women and men or single parents to be able to go back to work. And we should encourage businesses to have.
Thank you, President Biden. So, President Trump, the question was about what would you do to make childcare more affordable, if you want to take your minute.
Just so you understand, we have polling, we have other things that they rate him the worst because what he's done is so bad. I will show you. And they rate him one of the best, okay?
Oh yes, what he's done is so bad. It's so bad. Oh, it's so horrible.
This guy's the worst.
I'll be the best. Nobody's ever created an economy like us. Nobody ever cut taxes like us. He's the only one I know. He wants to raise your taxes by 4 times. He wants to raise everybody's taxes by 4 times. He wants the Trump tax cuts to expire. So everybody, including the two of you, are going to pay.
And the children.
Nobody ever heard of this before. All my life, I grow up and I see politicians talking about cutting taxes. When we cut taxes, as I said, we did more business. Apple and all these companies, they were bringing money back into our country. The worst president in history by far, and everybody knows it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
The matter is that he's dead wrong about it.
It's just like two kids arguing. No, this guy smells the worst.
Yes, it is. Like it's exactly like two children arguing. Exactly like it. Exactly like it. You took my ice cream. You won't let me slide down the slide. I'm gonna tell the teacher. You're gonna get in trouble.
Your face is stupider.
I said I never
check the polls. Look at the facts.
I did. This tariff is 10% tariffs. Everything coming in the country, you know what the economists say? That's going to cost the average American $2,500 a year more because they're going to have to pay the difference in food and all the things that we're importing. Number 2, he's in a situation where
Oh yeah, misinformation. I remember that when they argued over golf. Yup. I'll hit it. No, I'm gonna hit it. You go stand over there and you let me hit this bitch into the hole.
about how he has not raised, he's somehow helped the middle class. Middle class have been devastated by you. Now you want a new tax cut of $5 trillion over the next 10 years, which is going to.
Yeah, it feels so wrong, but it feels so right, and it's all right. It's okay with me. How the fuck does that song by Eminem go? I'll do my steps. But nobody wants to play with me, so I'm taking my ball and going home.
Fundamentally bankrupt the country. You have the largest deficit of any president in American history, number one. Number two, you have not, in fact, made any contact, any progress with China. We are the lowest trade deficit with China since 2010.
Thank you, President Biden. Thank you, President Biden. Let's discuss an epidemic impacting millions of Americans that both of you have made a top priority in your first term, the opioid crisis. And for both of you, the number of overdose deaths in this country has gone up. Under your term, it went up. Under your term, it has gone up.
Well, let me just say, as president, I'm going to go through and slap every single goddamn needle.
Misinformation. Yeah, that's one of the more wilder tracks off of the Relapse album, by the way. Okay.
Of everyone's hand.
That's overdose deaths in this country has gone up. Under your term, it went up. Under your term, it has gone up.
Well, let me just say, as president, I'm going to go through and slap every single goddamn needle out of everyone's hand. That's how.
Yeah, let me just say, Jesus. I'm gonna go slap all the needles out of everyone's hands. Well, you try doing that, you're gonna be having a lot of people getting really angry with you.
Exactly.
Overdoses every year.
Don't you dare touch my needle. I need to feel that ecstasy.
Primarily from fentanyl and other opioids. What will you do to help Americans right now?
Boots on the ground tactics.
Addiction, who are struggling to get the treatment they need.
To finish up.
Misinformation. Ooh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that came out in 2009. Misinformation. That's a very old album.
We now have the largest deficit in the history of our country.
Can you stop asking me questions? I'm not answering them.
China.
So back to about who's the worst.
He's a Manchurian candidate. He gets money from China. So I think he's afraid to deal with them or something. I took out my tariffs because we bring in so much money with the tariffs that I imposed on China.
Do we?
Because it's too much money.
Do we really? Do we really? President Trump imposed a lot of tariffs on us, so now we have to give the United States a lot more money, you know, and it's really stupid shit.
It's tremendous, and we saved our steel industries, and there was more to come. But he hasn't done
I guess Dylan,
he hasn't cut the tariffs because he can't, because there's too much money. But he's got the largest deficit.
Eureka is a very popular one if you want to try Eureka Commander Stupid.
The worst situation with China. China's going to own us if you keep allowing them to do what they're doing to us as a country. As a country, Joe. You can't.
Yeah. China and Russia. Oh, they're both going to make us our bitch. They're both going to make us their bitch. That's what they're going to do.
Let that happen. You're destroying our country.
So, President Trump, you have 67 seconds left. The question was, what are you going to do to help Americans in the
country's going to be destroyed no matter who's president?
Throes of addiction right now who are struggling to get the treatment they need.
Jake, we were doing very well at addiction until the COVID came along. We had the 2.5, almost 3 years of like nobody's ever had before, any country, in every way. And then
drugs were extinct for a little while.
The drugs
Everyone knows that.
Across the border were it started to increase. We got great equipment. We bought the certain dog. That's the most incredible thing that you've ever seen. The way they can spot it.
Yeah, the super dog.
A lot.
Flippy.
We were getting very low numbers. Very, very low numbers. Then he came along. The numbers. Have you seen the numbers now? It's not only the 18 million people that I believe is even low because the gotaways, they don't even talk about gotaways. But the numbers of the amount of drugs and human trafficking.
Joe, you alive over there? What?
coming.
Yeah, you alive over there? Are you alive over there? What would Trump do to help Americans who are addicted to opioids and struggling to get the treatment they need? Question.
The worst thing I've ever seen. And numbers
It's like looking at a cadaver.
Because the so bad. But the number of drugs coming across our border now is the largest we've ever had by far.
President Trump, thank you, President Biden.
Fentanyl and byproducts of fentanyl went down for a while. And I wanted to make sure we use the machinery that can detect fentanyl. These big machines that roll over everything that comes across the border. And it costs a lot of money. That was part of this deal we put together. It's a bipartisan deal.
Good question, Adari.
More be able to detect drugs, more numbers.
Oh my gosh. Yes, misinformation. Not one actual plan.
Huge farm.
Agents, more numbers, all at the border. And when we had that deal done, he called his Republican colleagues, said, don't do it. It's going to hurt me. No, he never argued it's not a good bill. It's a really good bill. We need those machines. We need those machines. And we're coming down very hard in every country in Asia in terms of precursors from fentanyl. And Mexico is working with us to make sure they don't have the technology to be able to put it together. That's what we have to do. We need those machines.
Thank you, President.
I've got an alternative strategy, Mr. Biden.
Americans in the throes.
What is the alternative strategy? Let me go back.
That's what we have to do. We need those machines.
Thank you, President.
I've got an alternative strategy, Mr. Biden.
Americans in the throes.
To tackle the opioid crisis, why don't we get everyone addicted to Pokemon and magic cards? They won't be able to afford drugs.
Pokemon and magic cards.
He ended catch and
It'll
release.
boost our economy as well.
In Mexico, not
Oh yeah. Oh yes, it will.
catch and release here. We had so many things that we had done, hard negotiations with Mexico, and I got it all for nothing. It's just like when you have a hostage. We always pay $6 billion for every time we say a hostage. Now we have a hostage, a Wall Street Journal reporter.
It's crazy, huh?
I think a good guy. And he's over there because Putin is laughing at this guy, probably asking for billions of dollars for the reporter. I will have him
big strat regret
very quickly. As soon as I take office, before I take office, I said by literally as soon as I win the election, I will have that reporter out. He should have had him out a long time ago. But Putin's probably asking for billions and billions of dollars because this guy pays it every time. We had two cases. We paid $6 billion for 5 people.
Edna B. Lurkin. Misinformation. It's terrifying. Yes, it is, Edna. Very terrifying.
I got 58 people out, and I paid essentially nothing.
Thank you, President.
The art of the deal.
Let's turn to concerns.
Oh yeah, the art of the deal.
President Biden,
You're
will
old.
be 86
Oh.
at the end of your second term.
Yeah.
How do you address concerns
Oh, he looks to be in
about your
good health.
capability to handle the toughest job in the world well into your 80s?
Well, first of all, I spent half my career.
First of all, yeah, he is absolutely most certainly not going to be able to. I mean, he may not be, but I personally don't think that he's going to be able to continue to be president once he gets to be that old. I think that Vice President Harris is going to have to take over. Because he's going to be too old for it. I mean, in a way, he already is too old for it.
Being criticized being the youngest person in politics. I was the second.
That was back when we were still etching on tablets, Joe.
And now I'm the oldest. This guy's 3 years younger, a lot less competent. I think that just look at the record. Look at what I've done. I've turned around the horrible situation he left me. As I said, 15 million new jobs, 800,000 manufacturing jobs.
Yep, the horrible situation he left them.
More investment in America. Over.
Misinformation. Oh God, she's almost as bad as him. Yeah, well, misinformation. If he is no longer able to be the president, she's gonna have to take over. That's just the way that works. They'll have to do a transfer of power.
billions of dollars in private investment in enterprises that we are growing. By the way, we brought an awful lot of people. The whole idea of computer chips, we used to have 40% of the market. We invented those chips, and we lost it because he was sending people to find the cheapest jobs overseas and then bring home a product. So I went to South Korea. I convinced Samsung to invest billions of dollars here in the United States. And guess what? Those fabs, they call it, that to build these chips, those fabs pay over $100,000. You don't need a college degree for it. And there's billions, about $40 billion.
I've heard the word billion already 40 times.
The United States creating significant jobs for Americans from all over the world.
President Biden, you have 40 seconds left. Would you like to add anything?
Hey, at least she'd be funny, you know, she's on the sauce, she's a good time. Yeah, she is funny. I will say that, she is funny. Oh, we did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
Yeah, I would. The idea that somehow we are this failing country.
The question's about your age, brother.
We're the envy of the world.
Yeah, it's about your age. Why are you going to, oh, we're a failing country, we're a failing country. It's not about that, it's about your age specifically.
Like, name me
Talk about riding a bike or something.
Riding a bike.
Great place is the United States of America. For all of our problems and all our opportunities. We're the most progressive country in the world in getting things done. We're the strongest country in the world. We're a country in the world that keeps our word.
You want to ride my bicycle? You want to ride my bike?
And everybody trusts us. All of our allies and our those who he cuddles up to, from Kim Jong-un, we sent love letters to, etc. They don't want to screw around with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for explaining why you're not that old, actually.
At the end of your second term, what do you say to voters who have concerns about your capabilities to serve?
Well, I took 2 tests, cognitive tests. I aced them, both of them, as you know. We made it public. He took none. I'd like to see him take one, just one. Go through the first 5 questions. He couldn't do it. He took a physical exam every year. And, you know, we knock on wood wherever we may have wood, that I'm in very good health. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way.
Yeah.
Do it. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. I think I'm in very good shape.
Did they have a golf 1-1? I miss it. Rust.
25, 30 years.
He can't hit a ball 50 yards. Aced it, yes. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't even hit the ball 50 yards.
Probably a little bit lighter, but I'm in as good a shape as I was.
Oh, shit. And eye shape, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely have to be smart for golf, yes. Yep, you gotta be smart, you gotta be in shape.
Years ago, I feel very good. I feel the same. But I was willing to take a cognitive test. And you know what? If I didn't do well, I aced it. Dr. Ronnie Jackson, who's a great guy when he was White House doctor. And then I took another one, a similar one. And one of them said they'd never seen anybody ace it.
God, I love the way he speaks. Some cognitive test is the highest scores I've ever seen. It was off the fucking charts. I haven't seen it since that fucking Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's what anyway, just take a look at what he says he is.
Let's try to give the numbers, Hoffman.
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6.
Reminds me of that one episode of Family Guy where Peter Griffin said to Joe Swanson, "Hey Joe, what's your handicap?"
And by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you can carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
He's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
This is the worst thing I've seen in my life.
Let's not act like Joe. President Trump, we're going to
Let's not act like Joe.
I can hit a ball 255 yards with my eyes closed.
That voters have about you.
One hand behind my back.
Will you pledge tonight that once all legal challenges have been exhausted,
As if I
that
guess
you
that's
will
speedy.
accept the results of this election, regardless of who wins, and you will say right now that political violence in any form is unacceptable?
I shouldn't have to say that, but of course I believe that. It's totally unacceptable. And if you would see my statements,
Honestly, just have this next debate over the back nine.
You would say it's one of the strongest statements you've ever seen. In addition to the speech I made in front of, I believe, the largest crowd I've ever spoken to, and I will tell you, nobody ever talks about that. They talk about a relatively small number of people that went to the Capitol, and in many cases were ushered in by the police.
Wait. What does he mean, a relatively small number of people? It was not a relatively small number of people. Now he's lying.
David.
It was her responsibility, not mine. She said that loud and clear. But the answer is, if the election is fair, free, and I want that more than anybody. And I'll tell you something.
In between question.
Yeah, you want it more than anybody. You want it more than anybody, so you don't have to go ahead and say that it was stolen from you again.
It looks like Joe Biden temporarily powers down to conserve battery.
At one of my many
then
places,
reactivates halfway through.
I wouldn't be under indictment because I wouldn't have been his political opponent, because he indicted me because I was his opponent. I wish he was a great president. I would rather have that. I wouldn't be here. I don't mind being here. The only reason I'm here is we're going to make America great again. We're going to make America great again. We're a failing nation.
I wouldn't be here. I like being here.
Right now, we're a seriously failing nation, and we're a failing nation because of him. His policies
and not enough
so
golf.
bad.
We were even more of a failing nation because of you, though, sir. Oh, there's an idea. Yeah, misinformation. Winner of the golf match gets president.
His military policies are insane. They're insane. These are wars that will never end with him. He will drive us into World War III, and we're closer to World War III than anybody can imagine. We are.
Oh, yes, we are.
World War III.
We are.
Driving us there. And Kim Jong-un and.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go about Kim Jong-un.
President Xi of China, Kim Jong-un of North Korea, all of these, Putin, they don't respect him. They don't fear him. They have nothing going with this gentleman, and he's going to drive us into World War III.
Uh-huh.
You want a World War III, let him follow and win, and let Putin say, do what you want, NATO. Just do what you want. This is no Article 5. An attack on one is an attack on all. Required response. The idea, I can't think of a single major leader in the world who wouldn't trade places with the job I've done, what they've done. Because we are a powerful nation. We have wonderful peace because of the people.
I agree. Yeah, Dad. Yeah. Yeah, like we were terrible. We were horrible when Trump was the president. And it got even worse because of the stuff that happened at the Capitol.
Not me, it's because of the American people. They're capable of anything, and they step up when they're needed. And right now, we're needed. We're needed
on the golf course.
The world because of all.
Yeah, you need it on the golf course. You need it on the golf course. President Biden, you're needed on hole 1.
Safety is at stake. And again, you want to have a war, just let Putin go ahead, take Kyiv, make sure they move on, see what happens in Poland, Hungary, and other places along that border. Then you have a war.
President Trump, as a
Oh, yeah, misinformation, yes. Yes, it was getting so bad. It was getting so bad. I'm so scared of their 2025 plan. I am too. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be the worst thing ever. I really do think it's going to be the worst thing ever. Like, it's going to be a hell of a lot worse than anything that's happening right now.
To you for a follow-up. The question was, will you accept the results of this election, regardless of who wins?
Just to finish what he said,
No, the fuck he won't. He's gonna go on he's gonna have another hissy fit, another meltdown, and say that it was stolen from him. That is what he will do if Biden wins again. That's exactly what he'll do. He did it when Biden won the election last year. What makes you think he won't do that again? He's going to say it was stolen when it wasn't, if Biden does win it. Yeah, like not even exaggerating. I have no faith in any of these men. Dead, neither do I. I already said it. I'm not voting for either of them. I think they're both scumbags.
Russia.
I fucking love
They
that.
took a lot of land from Bush.
I liked Biden at first, but now I don't, because he's become ridiculous.
The question was,
A lot
don't
of
care.
land from
Hey,
Obama.
you want a war? Step outside.
Took no land.
I'll show you a war.
From Trump. Nothing. He knew not to do it. Not going to play games with me. He knew that. I got along with him very well, but he knew not to play games.
Oh yeah, he knew not to play games, huh?
You're doing
Now
well.
he's going to take the
Reminds me of this other song I heard. Play No Games, Big Sean, Chris Brown, and Ty Dolla $ign. I ain't like them other guys, and I ain't about to play no games with you. You know what your problem is. You don't ever see the bigger picture, or something like that.
whole thing from this man right here. That's a war that should have never started. It would have never started ever.
The 10 gifted members, Hoffman.
And he's going to take Ukraine. And, you know, you asked me a question before, would you do this? He's got us in such a bad position right now.
Oh, yeah.
With Ukraine and Russia. Because Ukraine's not winning that war. He said, I will never settle until such time. They're running out of
God,
people.
the way Joe Biden looks at people reminds me of the movie It Follows.
Uh-huh.
I just watched that for the first time. Like if
Oh,
for some reason
yeah.
I was in this debate and he was looking at me like that, I'd be terrified.
Stupid
Mhm.
decisions. Russia would have never attacked. if I were president.
Stupid decisions. Stupid decisions, and Russia would have never attacked us, huh? They would have never attacked us if Biden did not make any stupid decisions. No, like they are always very attack happy. I think they would have attacked us regardless, you know, of whatever decision was made.
The question was, will you accept the results of the election, regardless of who wins? Yes or no, please.
If it's a fair and legal and good election, absolutely. I would have much rather accepted.
Yep, just like that song. Just like that song, Old Man River.
These, but the fraud and everything else was ridiculous. And if you want, we'll have a news conference on it in a week, or we'll have another one of these in a week. But I will absolutely, there's nothing I'd rather do. It would be much easier for me to do that than I'm running again. I wasn't really going to run until I saw the horrible job he did. He's destroying our country. I would be very happy.
No. You were going to run regardless of you thinking he did a horrible job or not, because you already said that you thought that the fucking election was stolen from you when it wasn't. It just wasn't. There would never, like, that whole entire thing about all of those, the stuff that he said to, what the hell was it? I think it was, he had a phone call a while ago with the, and Hussey is live right now. Hussey's going swimming. But anyway, he had a phone call with the, I think one of the heads of the counting the votes in Arizona. And he claimed that all the votes were stolen from him in Maricopa County and all those other places. Let's see. Oh, no, it was Georgia. Excuse me, it wasn't Georgia. It wasn't Arizona. It was Georgia. But he also talked about Maricopa County. He decided to run when he was facing jail time, yeah. Okay, so, yeah. He had a phone call with the Georgia Secretary of State, And here it is. This is from the Washington Post.
So, Mr. President, everybody is on the line, and just so this is Mark Meadows, the Chief of Staff. Just so we all are aware, on the line is Secretary of State and two other individuals, Jordan and Mr. Germany. With him, you also have the attorneys that represent the President, Kurt and Alex, and Cleta Mitchell, who is not the attorney of record, but has been involved, myself, and then the President. So, Mr. President, I'll turn it over to you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much. Hello, Brad and Ryan and everybody. We appreciate the time and the call. So we've spent a lot of time on this, and if we could just go over some of the...
I'd also like to add that this was 3 years ago. This was... Yeah. This was before the whole incident that happened on January 20th.
Numbers, I think it's pretty clear that we won. We won very substantially.
No, you did not. No, you did not.
Georgia. You even see it by...
Well, you may have won in Georgia or whatever, but you didn't win the election.
Rally size, frankly, would be getting 25,000, 30,000 people to rally, and the competition would get less than 100 people, and it never made sense. But we have a number of things. We have at least 2 or 3, anywhere from 250 to 300,000 ballots were dropped mysteriously into the rolls. Much of that had to do with Fulton County, which hasn't been checked. We think that if you check the signatures, a real check of the signatures going back in Fulton County, you'll find at least a couple of 100,000 of forged signatures of people with who have been forged. And we are quite sure that's going to happen. Another tremendous number. We're going to have an accurate number over the next 2 days with certified accountants, but an accurate number will be given. But it's in the 50s of thousands, and that's people that went to vote and they were told they can't vote because they've already been voted for, and it's a very sad thing. They walked out complaining, but the number is large. We'll have it for you, but it's much more than the number of 11,779. That's the current margin is only 11,779. Brad, I think you agree with that, right? That's something I think everyone, at least that's the number that everyone agrees on. But that's the difference in the votes. But we've had hundreds of thousands of ballots that we're able to actually will get you a pretty accurate number. You don't need much of a number because the number that in theory I lost by the margin would be 11,779. But you also have substantial numbers of people, thousands and thousands, who went to the voting place on November 3rd, were told they couldn't vote.
Yeah.
Were told they couldn't vote because a ballot had been put in on their name. And, that's very, 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 very sad. We had, I believe it's about 4,502 voters who voted, but who weren't on the voter registration list. So it's 4,502 who voted, but they were not on the voter registration roll, which they had to be. You had 18,325 vacant address voters. The address was vacant, and they're not allowed to be counted. That's 18,325. Smaller number, you had 904 who only voted where they had just a PO, a post office box number. And they had a post office box number, and that's not allowed.
Yeah.
We had at least 18,000, that's on tape. We had them counted very painstakingly. 18,000 voters having to do with a scammer, a professional vote scammer and hustler. That is the tape that's been shown all over the world that makes everybody look bad. you, me, and everybody else, where they got one. They said very clearly, and it's been reported that they said there was a major water main break.
Oh, really?
Fled the area, and then they came back.
Oh.
A few people. There were no Republican poll watchers. Actually, there were no Democrat poll watchers. I guess they were them. But there were no Democrats either, and there was no law enforcement.
Oh, really?
Early in the morning, they went to the table.
All right. Well, that's it with that. Let's see. Wait. Hang on. Okay, I guess Hussey's not live no more. I got a notification that Hussey was live because he was going swimming, but that's all right. Anyway, there has been more of the debate and the phone call that Trump had with that secretary. I'm just going to check on one other thing. All right. So I guess that's about it. I'm going to head out, but thank you guys for coming, and I hope you like the stream, and have a great rest of your Friday. I will be live again this evening, most likely. So, yep, have a good one.